Okay, who's ready to see an electric car? We did get our first one, and if you guys have seen the little short video I did on charging it, some of y'all liked it and some of y'all didn't, but here she is. So this is a 2020 Hyundai Ioniq electric. I called it the Iconic. Somebody told me it's the Ioniq. That's just my Southern Indiana, Midwest coming out in me. So this one has 33,000 miles on it. I actually did drive it for a weekend. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that once we get inside. It does have that. It says Hyundai Blue Drive. This is full electric. Sitting on Michelin tires. You can see those kind of like fan-shaped wheels. Tinted windows. Once I get on the inside, I'll show you. It's things loaded with equipment. It's got memory seats, Harman Kardon. It's got navigation, obviously Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But this thing does a lot of neat stuff. My first electric that I've actually driven for any length of time. Now, I've got experience with electric vehicles. I've driven the Volvo XC40 Recharge, the C40 Recharge, and I've driven a Mach-E. So I'm not totally unfamiliar with electrics. This does have a backup camera. About the only thing I can tell you that took me a lot of getting used to in driving this is kind of the way this back window's set. If you look right here, you've got glass, like a spoiler and glass. So it's very, very Hyundai Veloster-esque, I would say. I found myself driving with the side mirrors quite a bit. Again, not something that would keep me from buying one of these. You know, EVs are you're starting to see them on the used market now. The Tesla Model 3s are getting fairly inexpensive. So, you know, this is one that we picked up. And this is an EV that this thing can be had for under $20,000 and is still under full factory warranty. So this has a remainder of the 5-year, 60,000 mile Hyundai warranty, but it also has 10 years, 100,000 miles on the battery. Hyundai guarantees after 10 years, 100,000 miles that you won't have any more than 70% battery degradation. And that's like that because I do have the hood open. There is no frunk in this. I'm going to show this to you before we get on the inside. So you do have a 12 volt. That 12 volt runs, you know, your radio and all that good stuff. But that's the Blue Drive technology right there. It's all right in the front. Looks like it's just kind of on a cradle. That's the high output electric lines right there. But looks like it's just bolted in fairly simply. So I'm no mechanic, but I would think a battery replacement in this shouldn't take much. Another thing on the outside, you'll notice it's got those 3 dots right there. That lets you know kind of what stage of charging it's at. Obviously on 3, it's charging, you know, it's almost fully charged. Now, I've charged this on the provided home charger. You've seen the video of that, but I've included in this, I actually going to film this in a couple segments, is me taking this to a fast charger. It wasn't quite what Hyundai said, but it wasn't that bad either. We get to the end of the video, I'll tell you what it took, how much it cost, and how much time it took for me to charge this from about 14% up to almost 80. Give me just a second and we'll hop on the inside of this. Okay, so real simple to get in this one. The key's actually in my pocket. So I'm gonna open that door. That button will actually lock it. And you're greeted with, you know, your power windows, your power locks. It does have 2 memory settings. Also Harman Kardon stereo, which sounds amazing in this. You do have leather seats in this one, power driver's seat. This one, I don't know how the equipment runs on these, but this one's pretty well equipped. This button right here is going to pop the access to charge, and that is going to, you can actually, I haven't played with this a whole lot, but you can actually set when you want this to charge. So you can actually set this at night if you had a home charger to charge on off-peak hours. So getting in it, this isn't like an ID4 or like an XC40 where It senses you're in here, although there may be a setting for that. It does have a start-stop button that powers everything up, so I'm going to hit that button now. 33,521 on the miles. It is ready to drive. Let me hit confirm here. I took CarPlay and Android Auto off just so I could show you all. That's the factory navigation, so I'm at 76% with 135 miles of range, and that is in Eco. I'm going to say that's probably fairly accurate from the driving that I did, but this does have digital climate. If you get in here and you go to the menu, you can edit widgets and do all kinds of stuff. It's actually really neat. Take it straight to the nav. It'll show your Hyundai dealerships. It'll actually show you places to charge. Like, if I hit right here, it's going to search stations. It will navigate you to the nearest station, which is really cool. Your USB plugs, and you got a couple 12 volts right there. Super neat. Adaptive cruise on the steering wheel. You've got all your steering wheel audio controls, automatic headlights. It's got all the lane departure, blind spot monitors, all that stuff. As you can see, these are showing you some that are pretty far away. I think because the home is still set for this, and I think in either Louisville or Bowling Green, I don't know which. I probably need to go in and reset all this back to factory, but I've been driving it a little bit. I actually, like I said, I actually took this to a fast charger. That's going to be included in this video. I was shocked at what it took to charge this. It was pretty cool. You're, like I said, you're at almost 80%. Your wheels tilt telescoping. I'm gonna scoot this back just so I can show you. One thing I love this flat bottom steering wheel in this. Is super cool. It's super comfortable. It doesn't get in your way, even if you're a bigger guy. It kind of saves you some room. But all your blind spot monitors and stuff. Let me see if I can squeeze you in there. It's all gonna be right there. It's obviously going to run your wipers and stuff like that, but it does have a wireless charging pad. That's going to be right here. That's basically your shifter, and this is almost like a center console to rest your hand on. It actually gets to feeling kind of natural if you kind of rest your hand there, your arm here, and kind of goes across. It is a comfortable driving position. You do have heated seats. You got different drive modes. I'm going to show you those. We'll talk about them. So I have it in Eco. If you hold this down, it's going to take you to Eco Plus. Your Eco Plus, I think there's a setting in there. I haven't played with it yet. I'm going to. Eco Plus will shut your AC off. You can still run, and I just hit that button and turn it right back on auto. But I think there's a setting where you can have it actually not turn the AC off. On Eco Plus, it's going to take me up to about probably 134 miles. Depending on how you drive it, once you get going, you'll see that mileage kind of fluctuate. If you get on the interstate at 80 miles an hour, you will watch that battery drop like nobody's business. I learned that almost the hard way when I drove this back on Monday morning, but overall, I've been pretty impressed with it. It does have not only Eco Plus, you've got a normal mode, and then it does have a sport mode. The sport mode will tighten the steering up, and that's where I like to say the fun begins. I put it in that mode and just drove a little bit. It drastically changes the takeoff. I know it affects your battery, but your steering tightens up, and it's it makes it a lot of fun to drive. You do have up here power moonroof as well. I'm gonna take you back to the back and just kind of show you back here. Like I said, this thing's in great shape. It's still under factory warranty. It's in excellent condition. Them cup holders do fold down, as you can see. This isn't a huge vehicle. I mean, this would be probably, what I would consider subcompact. This back end opens. You do have a backup camera here, but you just grab that. I got the home charger out just so you can take a look at it. That is the Hyundai provided home charger. I just kind of put it out there a little bit so I could get it in the video, but the rear seats fold down as well, so if you need a little bit more A little bit more room to carry your stuff. You can fold them rear seats down. As you can see in the back is in great shape. I'm gonna go ahead and just fold that up, as you can see. And on your passenger side, that is a manual seat on that side. Just kind of give you a little bit of a look there. Seats appear to be in great shape. This thing runs and drives great. It's still under full factory warranty. And we're going to go ahead and take this and charge it real quick. And I'll see you when we get back. So, one thing I decided to try out is take it to a little bit of a faster charger. I'm actually here at a Ford dealership, of all places, here in town. I was surprised to find out just here in Jasper how many places there are to actually charge one of these vehicles. As you can see, I've got the plug-in. The dash is telling me 44 minutes. I'll show you when I get in. So it says 43 minutes to 80%, an hour and a half to charge it to 100. I don't know if that's, for this vehicle, if that's fast or not. I thought it said that this thing should charge from empty in under 30 minutes. Again, not super well versed. This is my first time using a fast charger. So let me show you. So again, I don't know if I can get you in to see that or not. Charging 32 kilowatts. Been charging for 3 minutes. Again, the glare is probably going to keep you from seeing that, but she's plugged in. I just thought I'd get out of the shop for lunch. I wanted to experience fast charger again. I haven't had a whole lot of long-term experience with EVs, but this is it. This is my 2020 Hyundai. I called it the Iconic. I'm sorry, it's the Ioniq. Overall, pretty impressed with this car. Like I said, just wanted to show you a little bit of footage of me taking it to the charger. As you can see, yeah, we're all plugged up. So I'm probably gonna just let this thing charge up to 80% and take it back, and we'll go from there. Well, I can tell you this from driving it. It drives well. For a second vehicle, it would be an alternative, something I would think about if you know, I needed another vehicle in the fleet. This would be an alternative, especially for the price point. You're talking under $20,000. Again, EV that's still under full warranty. I don't know where you can go wrong. My thoughts on EVs, I can tell you this. I don't believe they help the environment. If you look into how they mine the lithium, I mean, to make these batteries, you'll know they're not environmentally friendly. You're still burning electricity to charge them, which means you're still burning coal and gas. You're doing about the same amount of damage. They're super cool. They're neat. Will they be a niche novelty? Maybe. But I think it's one of the several alternatives that a lot of manufacturers are pursuing. I know hydrogen's a big one that they're starting to flirt around with a little bit now. But my overall impression, other than the visibility out of the rear window, I think this thing is highly underrated on the market. I think it's a great drive for the money and the price point to get into an EV. You know, I don't know that you can beat it. The drive quality and the build quality, all to me, when I drove it, is top notch. I mean, it drove good. The Harman Kardon sounds good. Everything works like it should. Other than, like I said, having that Veloster style visibility out the back. And if that's the only thing that there is to complain about on this vehicle, it's probably pretty good and not much to complain about. Now, this one is available at AutoNow in Jasper. I'm at the corner of Division Road and 231 here in beautiful Jasper, Indiana, just a kind of catty corner from Jasper Engines. Thanks for taking time to watch the video. If you would, and you like EVs, give me a thumbs up. Even if you hate EVs, give me a thumbs down and a view. It helps my video get out there. Again, thanks for taking the time to watch my video, and hopefully I'll see you in the very next one that I do.